What is Shadowkey? You may not have an idea at all, but then again, you may have heard it mentioned here and there in the Elder Scrolls community. What is up, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Scott from Fudge Muppet, and today I will be taking you through an explanation of both what Shadowkey is and the story and awesome lore within it. Elder Scrolls Travel's Shadowkey was an Elder Scrolls game designed for a now obscure old mobile phone and game system built into one thing called the Engage. This game system was designed by Nokia and released in 2003, being discontinued in 2005. Well, in that brief time, Elder Scrolls Travel's Shadowkey was released for the system in 2004. First, I'll fill you on what this obscure Elder Scrolls game was, then we will get to what went down in it, along with the juicy lore inside it. So Shadowkey was a free-roaming RPG, and it even allowed for two-player co-op via Bluetooth. You could pick your race from Argonian, Breton, Dark Elf, High Elf, Khajiit, Nord, Redguard, and Wood Elf, only 8 of the normal 10 playable races in the Elder Scrolls games. For some reason, Imperials and Orcs were excluded. You could also choose your class in Elder Scrolls fashion, which changed the abilities you had access to, along with the equipment you could use. Assassin, Barbarian, Battle Mage, Knight, Knight Blade, Rogue, Spellsword, Sorcerer, and Thief were the available options. Class choice mattered as the abilities you received with each class could potentially alter your playstyle significantly. For example, Barbarians, when wounded, would go into a rage and receive damage bonuses to all their attacks, fostering an aggressive playstyle, or you have the Rogue's dodge ability that makes you a difficult target. The combat itself was very straightforward. Slam the shit out of your enemies with weapons and spells until they're dead. Get some awesome loot, improve your weapons, armor, and spells, then repeat. Now, unless you have a spare Engage handy or an emulator for the PC, you will probably never play it. So I'm going to fill you in on the setting and the storyline, along with all the lore that comes with it. The game is set mostly in Hammerfell, the region of it bordering Skyrim and High Rock. You do dabble in those other provinces as well, but just near the border part. There are some cutscenes that also explain bits of narrative, which I will show and narrate as we go along. The year is 397 of the Third Era, 2 years before the Eternal Champion would kill Yeager Tharn in the events of the first Elder Scrolls game, Elder Scrolls I Arena. War comes to Hammerfell, danger and ambition consuming 3 kingdoms. But some dangers arrive not upon studded boot, but move in stealth among the shadows. For a war of magic rolls in the shadows, mixing with, and as dangerous as, the war fought with steel. But unknown to kings and high mages, the flames of war will forge a hero. It is this hero's destiny to alter theirs and change the world of Shadowkey. So this hero of the story lives in a village called Azra's Crossing. One night he or she is awoken by the screams of other villagers. Bandits had attacked the village and some remained gloating over their easy raid. The hero steps in and kills them along with all of their tamed rats. He reaches the temple and finds its inhabitants. They told the hero that the villagers had been dragged off to Delfran's hideout. The hero rushes to Delfran's hideout, kills all the bandits, and then has a final confrontation with the leader of this criminal lair, Delfran. The hero rescues the villagers and from the bandit leader obtains a strange artifact known as a Shadowkey. The journey began on behalf of a village, disturbs a struggle millennia old, a struggle which moves new pawns in the service of ancient powers. When the hero rescued the villagers, he also rescued another prisoner named Skelos Undriel, who asked for an audience when they get back to the village, as there may be more at stake than just the fate of the village. When they all arrive back in Azra's Crossing, Skelos Undriel informs the hero that he is being hunted by Yeager Tharn and he needs a safe place to lie low. In classic RPG fashion, he asks the hero to clear out a dungeon called Earth Tier Caverns so he can use it as a hideout. Once this is done, he has another chat with the hero explaining that the ongoing war is being used to create the Shadow of Conflict, also known as Umbra Keth. Umbra Keth is a dark and powerful entity, of which Undriel says that Yeager Tharn seeks to control, along with other mages that also possess sinister intent. It must not fall into their hands, but good old Undriel knows what's up and he has a plan. He asks you to find 5 star teeth. Star Teeth are magic prismatic crystals taken from the sky by Aelid airships during the Merethic era. They have been since scattered around Tamriel. These powerful crystals have great power of light that can be used against the Shadow. He sends the hero to Ghast's Pass in the north and the Twilight Temple. Here the slightest of things, a memento, a merchant's pack, align a hero's path toward destiny. Forces revealed now are needed later, if the new hero can survive a meeting with a Master of Shadow. A star tooth is found in the temple and the hero faces Pergan Asul, a shadow mage who seeks to control the Umbra Keth. The hero fights him and kills him, but a moment before his death, he speaks of a prophecy stating that he and the hero would fight 3 times. From his dead body, the hero claims the Twilight Shadowkey. So you may be wondering what a Shadowkey actually is at this point. Long story short, it is a magical key that can open shadow gates. Shadow gates are things which protect hidden treasures or allow for teleportation between other shadow gates in various locations. Anyways, back to the story. The hero continues on his search for the Star Teeth, picking up shadow keys along the way. Meanwhile, Skyrim and Hammerfell's ambitions fall hard on Dragonstar. Heroic defenders from all walks of life battle idealistic warriors embracing a new vision, neither knowing that the struggles of each serve a darker cause. Through the hero's adventuring and search for Star Teeth, he eventually finds himself at a place called Fearfrost, where he finds himself a large crystal, which then reacts to his shadow keys. The crystal splits open and reveals a mysterious mage. At first he does not know who he is, but after the events elsewhere where you fight Pergan Asul in his second incarnation, the mysterious mage remembers who he is. Azra Nightwielder, an old and powerful shadow mage who has an active interest in preventing abuse of such power. He mentions that in his day there were 7 Star Teeth, not only 5, and he reveals the final 2 locations of the remaining Star Teeth. The hero now makes his way to Glacier's Crawl, having found 6 of the 7 Star Teeth in his travels. In eras gone by, they sailed the skies, capturing the stuff of stars. One still waits for a hero strong enough to brush aside the pawns of the Shadow Wars and take up this last to take the battle to the heart of the enemy. So once the final Star Tooth is found here, the hero finds Captain Nim, or rather the spirit of Captain Nim, who was once a captain of one of the Aelid airships that captured the Star Teeth. His ship, however, crashed into this glacier long ago. Captain Nim, pleased with the hero's effort against the darkness, gifts the hero a powerful item called the Starcoif, a lightweight helmet to help in his battle against the Shadow. The hero, armed with all 7 Star Teeth, now embarks on a mission to the Crypt of Hearts to defeat Umbra Keth. Torch past, a new hero embarks on the final journey. Ahead, death, cheated 3 times, awaits final release. Destiny's path leads here, for one chance, a true chance, to repulse the twisted forces of Shadow. It is here that the hero faces Pergan Asul a final time in a tough battle of prophecy before killing him permanently. It is now that the hero walks the stairs to face Umbra Keth. The hero lures Umbra Keth to the vault of the heavens. He places the Star Teeth on the surrounding pedestals, making the dark creature vulnerable. The hero, in a final mighty battle of destiny, slays Umbra Keth. Whirling sparks of light from the Star Teeth shred the shadows of the defeated Umbra Keth. The oppressiveness of the crypt begins to lift. A huge weight is lifted from your shoulders. The plans of Pergan Asul and Yeager Tharn to create and control an incarnation of war have been defeated. What destiny awaits tomorrow is uncertain, but today you emerge from the Crypt of Hearts victorious and with the true soul of a hero. That, ladies and gentlemen, is the concise and essential version of the Elder Scrolls Travels Shadowkey storyline. If you actually want to play the game yourself, there is a lot more to it. Questing and killing powerful bosses, obtaining the Star Teeth and Shadow Keys, but I figured it would be a good idea to give the straightforward version. In summary, an unlikely hero finds a bunch of Aelid star crystals and defeats Umbra Keth, a powerful creature born from the conflict and wars of mortals. So now that we know what the hell this game was and the storyline of this game, let's look at the little bits of lore to take away from this. So I'll give you the skinny on Shadow Magic. Shadow magic was first discovered by Azra Nightwielder, the mysterious mage from the story. Through his many years of magical research, he discovered that shadow was not simply an absence of light, but a reflection of possible worlds created by forces in conflict. Manipulating a shadow could, through contagion, manipulate the object or force which cast it. Shadows could be produced by mundane forces, such as light hitting a rock, or by more powerful forces, such as nations at war. Shadow magic essentially involves the magical manipulation of shadows to affect the forces creating it. According to some, shadow magic has been said to be as powerful as the Elder Scrolls themselves, but shadow magic is dangerous and will often twist on their casters, making shadow mage a risky occupation. This shadow magic had near limitless potential, allowing one to step into shadows and disappear or teleport across vast distances, even potentially manipulate time. It's crazy stuff. The other lore takeaway from this is that the Aelids were so advanced that they built airships that flew through the sky high enough to capture star teeth, which just makes the Aelids seem even more advanced than we already knew they were. And also, just a fun fact, a star tooth shard can be found in Elder Scrolls Online. Overall, the game had some interesting concepts and lore, but it is a game that is mostly lost to the ages, as is the Nokia Engage. So sad. Anyways, thanks so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I managed to enlighten you on the topic of Shadowkey. Give the video a like if you enjoyed the video, social media links are in the description, leave comments down below and let us know what kind of videos you would like to see on the channel. My name is Scott from Fudge Muppet, and I'll see you next time.